How many millionaires do you think are there in the United States? What if I told you that every year, around 600 to 700,000 people become millionaires just in the US, and now try to guess the total number? There are almost 20 million millionaires just here in the US, and there are more than 50 million millionaires in the world. If you think about it, all millionaires can be divided into three categories, because there are essentially three ways to become a millionaire, unless you win the lottery, and that will be the fourth. By the way, contrary to the popular belief, only 20% of millionaires have inherited their wealth, the other 80% made it with their blood and sweat. So even if you are not born with a Rolls-Royce in your garage, your chances to become one are reasonable. In this video, we are gonna see the 3 ways to be a millionaire in 2021. Hi everyone, I'm the Wealth Machine, and if you stick around, we'll take a look at the 3 ways you can be a millionaire. Please like this video, and subscribe to the channel. There are basically 3 financial paths you can take: sidewalk, slow lane, and fast lane. The slow lane is a get-rich-slow formula, or get rich old when you will hit your 60s or worst 70s. The slow lane is your typical parent's advice. Go to school, get good grades, graduate, get a good job, save 10%, invest in the stock market, max your 401k, clip coupons. Then, someday, when you are 65, maybe 70 years old, you will be rich. Not like ultra rich, but you might fully cover your mortgage, and will be left with some assets left that will in total be valued at over $1 million. The problem with the slow lane is you will have to sacrifice your entire life so that you can live your dream life when you are in a wheelchair. Which I don't really like, because once you're old, you can't get back young again. Time is out of your hands. When you take this path, you can't double or triple your income every year. Try asking your boss for a 100% raise, you will get rejected at best, or worst, get fired. So if you decide to take this path, remember, you are not going to drive that Ferrari. While you are young, you are not gonna travel and have adventures, because that's quite difficult to do when you are 70. You will live like a slave, waiting for the weekends to celebrate your freedom and then get back to slavery on Monday. If Buffett started investing when he was just 11 years old, and only made his first million by the age of 31, how long do you think it will take you to make even $1 million when you haven't invested a single dime in the stock market yet and you are in your 20s or 30s? Nonetheless, it's probably the best strategy for most people. Although you will have a slightly boring life, maybe, you will have a financial plan that works. Even if it's not exciting, you will be a millionaire in 30 or 40 years. Depends on your salary and how much you are willing to save. In fact, a considerable number of millionaires in the United States have taken this path, and it worked. Safe, secure, guaranteed, and better than the second option. The sidewalk. Sidewalkers are usually one step away because they are more bothered about living their dream life today, and aren't much into the future. They can even make millions of dollars, but still end up poor, like a professional athlete or musician. Your album fails, you get injured, you get homeless and file for bankruptcy. Even if you have a prosperous career, chances that you will remain a millionaire after you retire are really low. 78% of NFL players are either bankrupt or under financial stress within 2 years of retirement. 60% of NBA players go bankrupt after 5 years of ending their career. Imagine making millions of dollars but still go broke. It sounds unbelievable, but that's usually what happens when you decide to become a pro athlete. There isn't time for financial education, you have to work hard day and night to be at the top. There will be people who are more talented than you, or simply have better genetics. By the way, the number of athletes who end up making it to the pro level are less than 1%. While you are having the greatest years of your career, you get used to a certain lifestyle that's completely taken care of by your multi-million-dollar salary, but once you retire, it's difficult to get back to the average life. So, you go broke in a few years. The number of athletes who build a sustainable business while making it to the top, for example, Michael Jordan, are an extremely small minority, and even those who end up earning $400 million like Tyson did can still go absolutely broke. The worst part is that, with the rise of social media, everyone is taking the sidewalk. You pull out your phone and see how these people driving Ferraris, and living a high-quality ultra-luxurious life in Dubai, and you don't want to be left behind. You might be working hard, but whatever money you make, you spend it on the next gadget, on the next trip, or an expensive car, so that you have something to post on your Instagram. Sidewalkers are trapped in such a lifestyle, where they are driven by their urgent need for pleasure. Every penny you make goes directly to your car payment, clothes or whatever. You are not worried about the future because you think that someday, sometime in the future, you will hit big. But let's be honest, you most probably won't. So it's not the wisest option to take for most people. Fastlane. And there is the fast lane. The whole idea behind it is, instead of sacrificing today for tomorrow, or tomorrow for today, get out and provide value to as many people as possible. You see, most of us are consumers because to provide value, you need to have something first. And most people do not take the time and effort to build themselves up to a point where they will have something to give. Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire in just a few years because he provided a platform to millions of people to socialize. If you give it a closer look, the purpose of any business is to give value or solve a problem in different ways. The store beside your house provides you with the groceries, the restaurant down the road provides you with food. Your favorite YouTuber provides you with the content that you find interesting and entertaining. Amazon saves you time and makes your shopping experience much easier. And what makes this path much more appealing than the other two? There is no limit to how much you can make. You want to triple your income in the next 6 months. It's under your control. You don't have to beg your boss for a 5% raise like the slowlaners do, and you are not sacrificing your future like the sidewalkers do. Because fastlaners take that money and buy real estate, patents and businesses that will keep generating more and more money and putting them in your pockets. The challenge with the fastlane is that you will first have to spend an enormous amount of time to create something that will truly bring value to a substantial number of people. And the more people you impact, the more money you are going to make. Of course, it's not easy, and most people would never be able to do that. Because the other path looks much more attractive, since that's what being rich means to most people. But when you finance an $80,000 Mercedes-Benz over 10 years because that's all you could afford, that isn't wealth. You are fooling yourself. It still blows my mind how people travel, while not even having $1,000 in their savings accounts. Wealth isn't embodied in a car or clothes, but in the freedom to know you can get it. That's why it's easy to find self-made not only millionaires but billionaires who are cheap, because they know that they have the freedom to afford pretty much anything they want anytime. On the other side, you have people who haven't paid their student loans yet. They are completely comfortable to take another loan to show everyone how successful they are. People don't choose to be poor. They make poor decisions that slowly lead them into that direction. Just a little disclaimer. That doesn't mean you can't achieve your financial goals if you decide to become a musician, athlete, or an actor. Of course you can take that path and slowly turn it into a sustainable business. But we are talking about the overwhelming majority. At the end of the day, if your wealth doesn't bring you the freedom to live on your own terms, there are 3 financial paths you can take that can really make you a millionaire, in different ways, and each of them have their upsides and downsides. Of course, the fast lane is the most rewarding one, where you can become a millionaire in just a few years, and stay one for the rest of your life, but it's also the most challenging one. Which is why most people won't take it, but being a sidewalker isn't sustainable. That's why the slow lane is probably the best option for most people. This video is based on a book, The Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. It's a brilliant book which I recommend to everyone. I will leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and see y'all in the video. Peace.